And welcome everybody to a new episode of Flower Circus Talks. A new year, so a new possibility for the floral industry. We're gonna make it a great year. We already started with a beautiful online flower show. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out because it was a great show. And today we're going to talk about tulips. Tomorrow, the official start of the tulip season is going to happen in Holland. Unfortunately, not on the Dam Square in Amsterdam. But we have a grower who's a member of PolderPride. We've got Jeroen Windt, who's going to tell us all about PolderPride, tulips, tulip season, and what's going on. So let's quickly get him into the live stream. And there he is.
I don't have.
You don't have any sound, so okay. One moment. Let me check if we can solve this. And we're back again. Maybe you can hear me now. You can't hear me. Can you reconnect? Wait, I will do it like this. Jeroen will reconnect. It's a new year with the same technical problems as always. I mean, it's but let already tell you a little bit more about PolderPride. PolderPride is a group of tulip growers in the north of Holland. I think it's one of the most beautiful places in Holland. If you go to Holland, just go there. You got the windmills, the fields, and of course, in springtime, you got the tulip fields flowering there as well. Like we can see here, I mean, it's unbelievably beautiful. And also the PolderPride growers are not only growing flowers, they grow their own bulbs as well. And let's see if we've got back here. And yeah.
Yes.
And now it should work.
Yes, working.
Okay, great. Welcome to the show, Jeroen.
Yes, thank you.
So, first of all, tell a little bit more about yourself and about PolderPride.
My name is Jeroen Windt. I'm owner of the company. It's called Van der Gulik Tulip BV. About 12 years ago, we started PolderPride together with several other companies.
Yeah.
We would like to become better viewed on the clock at the auction.
Okay.
Especially for the better tulips. That was our point. So we started a group of forces which delivered the same quality of tulips. Especially for the wholesale market.
Yeah.
Just to become better in front of the clock.
Okay.
In comparing with the retail market tulips.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And you also got a great branding.
Yes, it's called PolderPride. It started 12 years ago. Seven members are together at the moment, and
yeah,
we produce about 80 million stamps annually.
Yeah.
In 80 varieties.
Wow, that's a whole lot. You even got a big flyer or a poster with all the varieties on it, or most of the varieties on it.
Yes, we launched it this year.
Yeah.
The poster with the most famous varieties on the moment.
Okay, and where can people get it if they want to have it?
I think they can contact it on the website, polderpride.nl, and then we will arrange it. No problem.
Okay, great.
There are enough available, so no problem.
Yeah. The nice thing with PolderPride that you can really see you're proud on the product, the Dutch tulips. You can also see it in the logo and with all the icons. And it really stands out. All the tulips are packed in the same way, so that's really cool.
Yes, it took a while before we had the brand, but it stands now, and it looks very good. You see it from afar. You see the paper.
Yeah.
And in the auction, we stand all together in the auction. So it's most of the time it's a big row with only PolderPride tulips. So that's really nice to see.
Yeah. So you're really focusing on the wholesale and on the better florists there.
Yes, yes, that's our market. Yeah, that's what we try to deliver.
Yeah. So normally on tomorrow, or what is it, the 2nd or the half of January, Dam Square Amsterdam, there's a big kickoff of the tulip season.
Mm-hmm.
This year, unfortunately, again, it will not happen. But still, the season is running already. So what are your expectations for this season? I mean, have had such a crazy seasons the last 2 years. So what are your expectations for this year?
Yeah, it's incredible. We start already in September with delivering of tulips, with forcing of tulips, and the autumn was amazing, not normal.
Okay.
And yeah, then we thought, yeah, what expectations can you get for the normal season? But yeah, all the signs are on green at the moment, and yeah, for normal week 2, it was incredible prices last week. The last 2 weeks, it was really incredible. Yeah. So yeah, the expectations are really good for the season. Yeah. What we think.
Normally, the first 2 weeks or the first week of January is not the best one. I mean, supermarkets are not having any customers, so there's not a lot of people buying flowers in the supermarket as well. Of course, that's not your market, but in the total market of tulips, it's a big chunk, the supermarkets. Mm-hmm. So already good signs that especially pre-season. And I want to ask you something about it. That it was already running well. You already start forcing in August, September, but how is that possible? Because normally with bulbs, I mean, they flower in springtime. You can get them a little bit earlier flowering, but Dutch bulbs, you cannot get flowering before the end of December. So how is it? All bulbs, or what do you do? What's the trick?
Years ago we had the ice tulips. Yeah. And ice tulips are overstored tulips. So the crop of 2020 you deliver in digged in July 2020. You deliver then in the flowers in August, September 2021. So that's overstored. Yeah. And now for years ago, and I think we'll go back to 1995. I was on school and I had to do a practical period. Yeah. And I did it in Australia, Tasmania. And over there they start growing tulips. But that is off season. So it's Southern Hemisphere, half-year time difference. So in the Southern Hemisphere they start flowering in October. You dig them in January, get them out of the ground. So they are able to get fresh tulips in August and September.
Okay, so you got fresh bulbs instead of bulbs that are stored for almost a year.
Yes, and I still think, ice tulips. It's, of course, there are good ice tulips, but it is it's very difficult. Yeah. And also with vegetables, if you have fresh potatoes, you have the fresh potatoes or the apples. You want to have fresh apples. It's always better than overstored. Yeah. What I think.
So and then those bulbs are grown in Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
So in Tasmania, New Zealand, I think also Chile.
We are in Chile.
Okay.
We started in Tasmania, and from 2005 we changed. It was a bit too warm in Tasmania, so we transport all the bulbs to Chile. Yeah. And from then we grow in Chile.
Okay.
We own our own company over there, together with 2 other Dutch companies. So with the 3 of us, we grow our own bulbs in Chile.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I mean, so Tasmania was too warm. Is it so specific that when it's too warm you can't grow any bulbs there? Yeah. There are several places in the world where you can grow tulips, and that's
in Holland, of course. That's in New Zealand, and that's in Chile.
Yeah.
And most other countries, you don't see any tulips. Some in France, but that is to get earlier bulbs, but you can't continue over there. So every year you have to get fresh planting stock out of Holland to grow in France and back. So
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's quite some work as well. I remember when I started working in flowers, we met. I was buying tulips from you, and the funny story, or I think it's still a funny story, that you were growing tulips, Southern Hemisphere, and something went wrong there. There was a virus or a disease in the bulbs, and it comes out like like a painting, like the old paintings we see of tulips. So there's a purple one with white flames on it and things like that. And while I was checking all the rows with tulips, I found those just hidden a little bit. And it said on the letter, it said Tasmanian Devil. Variety name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I bought them, and a lot of customers asked for it, of course.
Yeah, it's not something to be proud of, but on the moment you try to get the most money out of it was possible. So
Yeah.
you still want to auction them.
Yeah, I mean it worked, and like you said, it was not. You made the best out of the situation back then. Now we already have a lot of varieties with the flame on it as well. So
Yeah, right.
that's that's a better way of getting a flamed tulip.
Yeah.
But that's probably also one of the reasons you moved out of Tasmania there, because the warmer it is, the higher the pressure of diseases.
Yes. Yes, and in Chile the circumstances are better over there.
Yeah.
Just as New Zealand, that's the two countries in the Southern Hemisphere where you can grow tulips for a longer period. Yes.
Yeah. So with this season coming up, I mean, gas prices are I can't say rising; they're exploding. Maybe that's not a good choice of word with gas, but it's unbelievable. Luckily the prices are high, but your cost price is probably going up enormously as well.
Yes, our company is on the free market, the cash price. So last year we were laughing, and now we are crying a bit. But tulips don't need much energy. You put a lot on the square meter.
Yeah.
And they are just for 3 weeks in the greenhouse. So for tulips, of course it hurts, but we can handle it. I think that other crops have more difficulties to get everything around.
Yeah, but if you look at it, I mean, it probably doesn't hurt as much as a crop that has only 3 or 5 or 20 stems on the square meter. But are we talking about tens of cents that the price goes up, or cents?
I don't have it right, but normally between the 5 and 8% of your cost price is energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you count on that moment with normal prices of gas of 20 cents and electricity of 6-7 cents per watt, yeah, then it is up 4 or 5 times. So of course that's going to hurt us. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, the higher prices are good, but you really need them as well. I mean, tulips is already a business of small margins.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for the retail market, but with the prices nowadays, on the moment, we can handle it. But yeah, I could also not look in the future. You hope everything went right, but there are some things on the way which can happen. You never know.
Yeah. Growing tulips, I know that there are 2, or probably there are more ways, but the 2 main ones are growing on water and growing on soil.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do it? How does the group PolderPride does it?
The PolderPride is a mix of water and peat.
Yeah.
And water is more the running water, not the standing still water, but the most is running water. On our company, we do 60% on peat and 40% on water.
Okay.
And yeah, for years we said peat is quality tulips is peat tulips, but nowadays the varieties are better, the technical material is better. So I won't say that that peat is much better than water. No,
No.
no.
I think on peat we were growing, or the Dutch were growing for many years already, and
Mm-hmm.
growing on water. I mean, in such a big scale. How long or period is it now? 30 years? Not even.
Less, I think, less.
Yeah.
Less. It went very quick, and yeah, looking to the environment and looking to the cost price. Yeah, with water, it's cheaper. It's for the environmental, it's better. So for the store, for the story, it's also better to explain.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and the water is in a closed system as well, so you reuse
yeah,
it again as well. So it's
yeah.
in the beginning they were talking about some varieties you can only grow on peat and others only on water, or is it still true, or is it just the experience now that it's almost
No, it's
possible on both?
still true, but because the knowledge in water is it's better and better. So most varieties can also go on water, but
Yeah.
there's still some varieties which really only can go on peat. And
Okay.
also the period of the time of the year. In spring or in summertime or August, September is still tricky to do it on water.
Yeah.
Because the outside temperature can be that high that it goes too quick.
That's that's also a problem, growing too quick.
Yeah, go too quick. Yeah, otherwise you have to cool your greenhouse, but that's also costs a lot of money. So then
Yeah.
peat is a better system for those periods.
Okay. So that's why you're 60/40.
Yeah, we have a good mix during the year. Yes,
Yeah.
and we do it only with varieties which we for sure they can go on water, and also the period, the time of the year, and also the size of the bulbs. Sometimes the newer varieties, and when you have really big bulbs, then
Yeah.
you better can do them on peat instead of water,
Okay.
because then the fallout is much less than on water.
Yeah. So it's really checking on varieties and things like that to make and also the period to make a choice if it's peat or water.
For us, it is yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And you see it also the companies which grow their own bulbs, they do more varieties which can for sure on water.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay. You already mentioned it. Environment is better, or it helps growing on water. What's PolderPride doing more in terms of preserving the environment?
We all are all MPSA,
Yeah.
and now we started to get the global gap.
Okay.
We started with the both companies has got sunglasses or some things on the on the roof.
Yeah.
And yeah, the most have green label greenhouses.
Okay. So it's already big steps.
Yes, yes, step by step, but we are busy with it. Yes, every year we improve with that, and that's also what our clients ask. That we use less energy and less chemicals, and still they want to have good quality. So there's a challenges, but we work on it.
Yeah, you have to be creative sometimes.
Yes, but that's a way of yeah, that's the way how it goes.
Yeah. Well, one other question that people sometimes ask me: what are tulip growers doing the rest of the year? Because, or let's forces, what are they doing the rest of the year? Because we see you of course already in September, and you have a very long period. But some of the other members have a shorter season. So what's going on off season when you're not forcing tulips?
All our companies are separated into two companies. We have the growing part for the bulbs,
Yeah.
and we have the forcing part for the flowers. And if we quit with the flowers some quit in May, some quit in April, some quit in May of June, and then we are busy on the field. So selecting the flowers, deheading the flowers, and give water. And in summertime we dig them and peel the bulbs and prepare them for the winter time.
Yeah.
So we nearly year round busy, especially with the southern hemisphere. We are year round busy.
Yeah. So tulip season ends, but sometimes it's both. So it's really a lot of work, harvesting flowers and going outside, checking the fields on diseases, watering, and all those kind of things. In June, you're digging up the bulbs, sorting everything, and when do you plant them again?
For the flowers or for the?
For the bulbs.
For the bulbs. We grade them, so we dig them in July, and then we grade them in commercial size and in planting stock.
Yeah.
And we treat them. So the sales stock we treat them for flowering in winter time.
Yeah.
And the planting stock we treat them for go back in the ground. And normal we start planting outside October, November, sometimes December, depending on the outside weather.
Okay. So it can't be too warm to plant those bulbs.
Yeah, if the soil temperature is still too high, then you won't plant, because then the fungus are more active in the ground. Okay. So you don't want to do that. So then you have to wait till November or till the temperature is down in the ground.
Okay, so that's it's really year round, because you also need to start planting tulips for forcing them.
Yes. Yeah, we treated them also straight ahead in July, and we start planting for the soil. We start planting in half September, and that continues till Christmas time. And for the water forcing, it's just 2 weeks in front when they go to the greenhouse.
Okay.
With water forcing, you just need a period of 2 weeks of rooting.
So they are just stored without or in big boxes, without any soil or anything, and just 2 weeks before you need them in the greenhouse, you start planting them.
Yeah. So that saves also a lot of cool room space in comparing with peat tulips.
Yeah, that also changed the whole way of working, because normally you were planting, and when you stopped planting, you started harvesting. But now it's a continuous process.
Yes, year round. Yeah. And especially in our company, and there are several other companies within PolderPride, which has the Southern Hemisphere tulips. Then it's also continuing. So the Southern Hemisphere tulips, they come by container in Holland.
Yeah.
So let's say half April, May. So we plant them also then on peat.
Okay.
And that is for forcing in August, September, October, November.
Yeah.
So that's also the half year time difference. So then you're year out busy, also on the field.
Maybe I need to ask the question a little bit different. When do you have time to go on holiday?
On the moment it doesn't matter to go on holiday. You can never know where to go, I think. But
yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, but you have to organize the organization and the company, and on the moment my colleague, my compagnon is in Chile to dig the bulbs over there. So that's also continuing constantly. But that's also the organization who can handle it.
Yeah, I mean it's quite an important moment when to dig the bulbs. Too early you will have problems, too late you will have problems as well. So you can't just harvest by date.
No. For example, this year the bulbs in Holland were a bit later. Yeah. That's why on the moment it's also not a lot of tulips on the market, less than last year, because the bulbs were later. So that's nature. That's nature.
Okay, the bulbs are later. That's something that I hear a lot in the tulip society. But
Mhm.
what does it mean for a florist? The tulips are later. Will they come next week, or how does
Yeah,
that
you
work?
talk about weeks. The availability of some varieties will be a bit later than last year.
Okay.
That's sometimes you have an early year, then you have a lot of varieties already available. But
Mhm.
this year, the availability of varieties will be a bit later. But I think the florist really want see it. I think.
Okay. So it's more a thing for the growers and the foresters that it's later than it is for florists. I mean, if they have to wait 3 more days for their favorite variety, that's
Yeah, nowadays the most varieties are available nearly year round, but
yeah.
the availability in great numbers can be a problem. So that's maybe also why price is also a bit on the high side on the moment, because the
Yeah.
availability is less than other years on the moment. But that will change very quick.
Yeah, it's always the later in the season, the more varieties or yeah you get.
Yeah,
Is,
yeah.
is it is it that difficult to get yeah early varieties? I mean, now you can do some things, of course, with having from Southern Hemisphere and all those kind of tricks. But yeah, back in the days, you had early varieties, a red one for Christmas, and you had a white one for Christmas, and purple print for Christmas, which was
Yeah,
too short, and nobody wanted purple for Christmas.
yeah. Nowadays they grow on the plastic, so then you make them 1-2 weeks earlier. The varieties.
Mhm.
You can grow them in France that make them 3-4 weeks earlier than Dutch tulips.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, you have nowadays you have more varieties which are able to force earlier, and
Yeah.
most colors are there already in January. So
Yeah. So that's, I mean, the mixes are there, and the florist can choose whatever they want. I mean, it's a way bigger choice than there was 10, 20 years ago. So,
yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. But
and
yeah, when you come in mid February, yeah, then you have a really a big range of varieties and colors and shapes and everything.
yeah, and I think the tulips. I mean, you are already saying I think it's going to be a good season. I see some flowers are less available. Valentine's Day with roses, some availability problems they foresee. So that's why the price will go up probably as well. So a great chance for tulips there to step in as well as a Valentine's product.
Uh, I think that happens already the last years, but yeah, I think the number of tulips won't be less than last year. There will be enough tulips around, but if other flowers are not there, then yeah, then the tulips can be more expensive. That's what we find out in PolderPride as well.
Yeah,
There's a lot of demand for the whole season, and especially for the Valentine's Day and the Women's Day and Mother's Day even. But we never had that demand.
okay.
What we see now. So that's yeah, really amazing,
Yeah.
amazing.
Normally the wholesale was of course buying on the auction, and it
Yeah,
was like buying today and seeing what is there. But now they're already asking you for before just what's there and if they can buy something.
yeah. We have contracts for the whole season till Mother's Day, and we never had that. It's really the first year of the first years that the ask is there.
Yeah,
And as you said, normal the wholesale market is buying at the auction at the clock and not really make contracts for the whole period.
yeah.
So
I
that's
mean,
that's really changing compared with years ago.
yeah. I mean, obviously supermarkets are already working with contracts for many years, but yeah, that's something I hear from wholesalers now. They're really looking forward to work together, getting in a partnership with growers and with their export companies, just to
Mhm.
make sure they get the flowers they want as well, because it looks like the demand is way bigger than we can produce flowers at the moment.
Yeah, that's why the price is rising, I think. But Yeah, that's what we also see, that exporters want more connection with the growers, because
Yeah.
they want to have the product.
Yeah, I mean that's and I think that's a great thing. Finally, we're not talking about the last cent, what's happening, and then calling for can we do it 1 cent cheaper? No, people really know what they want, and they are willing to pay for it as well. Maybe not
Yeah.
everybody.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. As PolderPride, we are also able to fill in such demand together.
Oh, that's really good, and I hope this is going to be the season you were thinking of, and that it's going to be a good season. I can't foresee why it's not going to be a good season. I mean, Tulips has always been a great product, not a seasonal product anymore, as you said. Of course, the big numbers are there in the season, but you can get them year round as well now.
Yeah. What we see is for years the off season was small, but also that is growing, and especially the Far East and Eastern Europe, America. Yeah, they ask year round for tulips, and we'd like to fill it in, no problem.
Yeah, and look at the Far East. I mean, they don't have the seasons that we have, so why not have tulips for our summer?
Yes, the demand is there, that's for sure. It's only mainly Europe who really looks to seasonal product for tulips, but all the other countries, it's annually, year round.
Yeah, I mean that's good, but that's what we see with other products as well happening, of course. That it's more and more year round, and not maybe in the big volumes as in season, but still.
Yeah, like peony. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who could have expected that 10 years ago that it's going to be a year-round product, peonies?
Yeah. In front at our company in Chile, they're also growing peony for the European market, for the American market. Yeah, but that's also year of a half year time difference. So yeah, it's also and there's a lot of demand for. So nice.
Yeah, really cool. So for the people who want to know more about PolderPride, visit their website, polderpride.nl. You can see more about Jeroen and all the other colleagues from the group of PolderPride as well. I'll show pictures so we have them all here. There they are. So it's a whole group of growers. There's one woman standing in the middle as well. Is she a grower as well, or?
No, that's our sales manager.
Okay. Yeah. So
Sandra, it's called.
Okay. So if you have any questions about the poster or you want to buy, contact Sandra, and she will help you out. I mean, it's such a great product, and great to see your passion and the passion of all the other PolderPride growers to make such a beautiful product. And I mean, wherever I go, I'm not traveling too much at the moment, of course, but wherever we went with Flower Circus, you can directly see the packaging of PolderPride, and that's something you should be proud of. I mean, everybody sees it as quality tulip, so that's really good.
Yeah, the brand is good marketed. Yeah, really.
Yeah. So you're doing a good job making great tulips. I wish you a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
No worries.
To add to this story, I mean, I've been asking the questions. Maybe I forgot something, or that's something that you really want to say.
No, not really. I think everything is past, and hopefully we will become a good season.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah.
So, thank you everybody for watching. Next week we've got a great show coming up as well. Something new is just launched from Kel Flowers. So we will announce it this week when we will go live. And see you next week.